G'day guys, Jimbo here from Aussie Cable Recycling, and today we're going to have a look at the process of stripping a 240 square mil HV cable. So this one has a copper screen and aluminium center. So because it's 11 kV, the insulation is very thick in this to the main core, and you need to use a special machine to get to it. It's called Shazza. So Shazza is my favorite stripper. And what we're going to do is we'll go through the process of some of the tools I use. Which is basically one of these is a HV cable stripper. This is a Nipex rip-off, this one. So this is an eBay one. The Nipex ones are about $600, so a bit out of my budget. But yeah, the other thing you can use is just one of these stripping knives. And that's the same thing. That's the Nipex brand. And what you'll have, you have this to start with. We'll strip the outer cores off. These tools here. You'll get this, so that'll be you get your copper screen out of that, and a bit of rubbish, and then you'll put the main core through, and you'll get your the main conductor out of there. What we'll do at the end, we'll weigh up and see what everything comes to. So a 1 meter length of this 240 square mil cable is 2.12 kilos. This, so it's not a huge amount of weight to it for the size. But what we'll do is we'll go through the process of stripping it. So the first thing we'll do is we'll get this outer sheath off. So I'll use the trusty ute for this, and what I'll do is I'll bring it in hard against this edge here, and what I'll do is I'll bring this in through here like that. You hook that in and ratchet it and pull it through. But I'll give you a better look at that. You're going to want to lock that in, ratchet that in, and you just pull it through. Bloody beautiful, easy. And then you'll strip that out. Get that. You get the next one. And this one's quite soft, the orange layer. And then you're left with this bit here. But as I say, you can also use these guys. This guy is still works really well, but it's just that, I don't know, it's not quite as easy as the other knife. I don't know if it's just I'm not used to it yet, or because this is only kind of a newish knife I've got. But as you can see, that works quite well as well. And then same thing, orange layer. It works actually very good on this orange layer. But it's actually quite soft and malleable. But anyway, guys, what we'll do is we'll have a look at this. So this has got it's like a paper wrap, but it's got some kind of moisture absorbent in this wrap, and yeah, sometimes it's easier just to drop it like that, get it off, and then what you want to do, you want to pull this copper screen out. So there you go, there's your copper screen, and there is another layer of this this shit. And this stuff is horrible. If this stuff gets wet, it's not very nice. So I mean, you don't have to strip this off to go through Shazza, but just makes it a bit cleaner when I put it through the main stripping machine. So there we go, it's all ready to go. We'll put that through Shazza, and we'll show you how you get the core out of it. So this is a Viva stripping machine. It's quite good. Okay guys, what we're going to do is we're going to put that length of 240 square mil HV alley through this this Viva machine. So this is Shazza. Now Shazza is my favourite stripper machine. So she's had a few modifications, and she works quite well now. Had a little bit of trouble at the start, but she worked quite well. She's no longer a spring-loaded cutting system in this. It's an adjustable one, so it's set, and that works better for these big HV cables. And as I say, it's not a set and forget. You got to each bit of material, you got to put this, or each size material, you got to do a little bit of adjustments. You got to work on it a little bit to get it to do what you want it to do, just like your stepsister. Yeah, we won't talk about that right now. But anyway, yeah, let's have a close look and see what this can do. Okay, so once you've run it through Shazza, you'll see it's cut the insulation in half. You've noticed I've done it twice. I ran it through, flipped it over 180 and went it through again. You don't have to do that, but it just makes it a bit easier on your hands to split it apart for that little bit of extra time. As I say, it comes apart quite easy. And that comes off like that. Like that. And you're just left with that beautiful bit of thing. So what we'll do is we'll put that on the scales, and we'll put this on the scales, and we'll see what we've got. Okay, guys, what we'll start with is the copper screen. So it's 190 grams of that on the copper screen. And the alley core, $639 grams of the alley core. Okay, guys, it's time to put all the numbers together. Okay, so we started out with 2.12 kilos per metre of this stuff. And then what we ended up was 190 grams of copper. So that's worth about, what would I say, about $3 in today's money, $3 Australian. And we had, was it 640 grams of alley, and that works out to be about $2 Australian. So we end up with about $5 worth of valuable material inside that one bit of cable. So I say with 2.12 kilos to starting weight, we only had 830 grams of good stuff, and we had roughly 1.3 kilos of rubbish. So insulation, all this paper wrap, all this crap. So it is a lot of rubbish. There's more rubbish to weight, but obviously this is worth not too bad money. But anyway, guys, that's a little bit interesting. That's just kind of gives you a rough idea. If you're going to buy this stuff, because a lot of times you don't have scales where you're going to buy it, you'll know roughly how many meters you got. And that's how I work. I work by the meter. I can work out with my paperwork, with all the cable stripping I've done. I'll go through it and go, okay, that's worth so much per meter for me. This is how much time it takes me to do it. So you got to, you know, time is money. So you got to work on it that way. You can't spend hours stripping a little bit of cable to make $10, because you got to think of what your starting price, what you're going to actually purchase it as, because some of this shit you will get for free. A lot of places just cannot get rid of this stuff. A lot of the big recycling places won't take it because it's just too much hassle. And yeah, look at it that way. And yeah, put all the numbers together, do your maths, see if it's worthwhile. For me, it is. I kind of say I got a lot of this. I got a little of this for nothing. But if you do have to pay for this, you're going to have to consider that. So if you're paying $1 a metre this, and you're only getting $5 a metre out of it, how much time does it take you to strip each metre? When you've got bulk loads, it's obviously a bit different because you do everything step. So you go through and strip all this at one stage, and you pull all this off at one stage, and you put all this through Shazza at another stage. That's the way I do it anyway. I make sure I've got a bulk amount to do it. But yeah, hope you found it a little bit interesting. Yeah, if you like what you're watching, press like or maybe subscribe. And I say, look at my other videos. I'm going to start doing a lot more because that's my name, Aussie Cable Cycling. But I do a lot of other silly shit. A bit of a larrikin. But anyway, guys, take it easy. Look after yourself. We'll see you later. See ya.